Can this be corrected, like the defensive breakdowns from last week? Can they be corrected in 1 week's practice, do you think?
Oh, yes, sir. I think a lot of things that happened last week was mental. I think if you work your mental, the mental aspect of things and learn your opponent and know what you have to do on the field at all times, I think that those things can be corrected.
How did you grade yourself?
Well, I graded myself kind of low, just being that too many plays didn't come at me that night, but it was things that I feel like I could have did better, like running to the ball and being there for my team when something happened, and I feel like I let my team down and myself down as far as my game performance. I feel like it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't a great game for me.
You mentioned that, one of the things that people talking about is that you don't want the psyche of the locker room to go back to last year.
Yeah.
And like you said, the fans are doing it. How do you guys stop yourselves from thinking, oh, man, I hope this is not just a replay of last year?
Well, I think our locker room is pretty much doing a good job with it. After the game, Coach Porter told us that he didn't see the give up. And last year, you seen more of a give up. Like when the game got out of control, the team just gave up. But if you look back to Thursday, it was plays at the end of the game where people were still trying to make plays, people still flying to the ball and everything to try to eliminate some of those big plays that we messed up on at the beginning of the game. So I feel like this year may be a different outlook on the way the locker room act after a loss. So.
You looking to get like a healthy Lonnie back? How much would that help to have him at 100%?
Oh, that'll help a lot because Lonnie is a true athlete. Lonnie, physical, height-wise, size, that he's like a good player to get back because, he hard worker, very talented and things like that. So him at corner or safety, it help us out a lot because it'll eliminate some of the big plays with his aggressiveness and his willing to make plays. So I think that'll really help us out.
I know you're a defensive guy, but Coach announced Taylor's going to be the starter this week. He's had the support of this whole team all season, but just talk about what you guys as a defense need to do to make it easier on him, kind of not making this a shootout, and how much confidence you have in a kid that just a year ago, was in high school leading a state champion.
Well, actually, in the locker room, I sit right by him, so I talk to him a lot about, how he's going to look at the week and how he's going to play in these next couple of weeks. And since he got to start, since they announced that he's going to start this week, it's one of those things where the defense has to come and let him know that, some things that you see may not be open. It's a lot of defense that good at hiding things, like coverage would be cover 2 coverage, but they might make it look like a cover 3 and then bounce down at the last minute to try to make big plays on the ball and things like that. So I pretty much let him know, whatever you have to do it, I think I really have, faith in him, and I know that he's a good player. So I really think that this week and the next couple of weeks, as long as he's our quarterback, I think that every week he'll make an improvement. So
he's receptive to that when you're giving him some tips like that?
Yes, he's very.
Does he ask for it, or you just go ahead and give it?
Well, I go ahead and give it. I'm one of those players that if I see something and if I like something, I'm going to let you know. So Taylor is one of those kids that every time I look at him, I see like that fire burning in him to be that great quarterback. So I always mess with him like, Taylor, I'm going to pick you off today and things like that. Just to let him know that that's going to happen on the other side of the ball. We're playing against another team, so you have to be able to look past it.
How much confidence is in the locker room that you're for him? Because he's not a typical true freshman quarterback. I mean, he's got all the everything to be a good. How confident is